Gender and Sexuality, a Critical Evaluation. What is the difference between gender and sexuality? Let's start with gender. What is gender? To put it simple, gender is a social construct. It is more about how the person themselves identify as, and it is a form of self-expression. But it can also influence how people perceive others and themselves. People will usually confuse gender and sex as one being the other, and most believe that gender is a binary, only having female and male. But gender is more than that, it is a spectrum of different identities. Gender identity and presentation. So, what is the difference between these two? Presentation. It can be how you express yourself. For example, what clothes you wear, the way you do your hair, if you use makeup or not, and accessories. Identity. It is who you are and how you describe yourself. One's identity can also be influenced by where they grew up. This could be in the community or in your culture. Gender ideologies. What is gender ideologies? It is the idea and beliefs of what makes a man and a woman a woman. These ideas are shared through society and leads identities, behaviors, and institutions. These ideas might lead to put people into a box and limiting the way they can express themselves and their gender. As for my experience, I identify as a Hispanic woman. Growing up, I have learned about the social norms and roles that come with being a woman. I have been told about how a woman should dress, and how she should act, and how she should talk. A woman is expected to wear a dress, but I dislike putting them on, and I usually never do. Makeup is usually associated with women too, but I rarely ever use it. I used to wear dresses when I was young, but I started to dislike them as I grew up. I also stopped wearing earrings because I personally didn't care for them, and I was told I might as well be a man. With these ideologies pushed onto me, I did not conform, but it made me want to rebel against them. I dress more masculine, but I am confident in myself to say that I still identify as a woman. What about sexuality? What is sexuality? It is a biological and physical traits that relate to reproduction and determined by sex chromosomes and hormones. It is classified as female or male, but it can vary since not everyone's biological characteristics fit into these two categories. Intersex. The common category for sexuality, as we said, is male and female, but there's also intersex. So, what is intersex? Intersex refers to people who may have chromosomal patterns other than the common XX or XY. They show a range of sex traits, but most might still be assigned male or female at birth by medical professionals. How gender and sex relate in health. Even if both are very different from each other, they both have some effects when it comes to health. When it comes to sexuality, biological differences can lead to different patterns of diseases. Even variations in symptoms or how often a disease happens. An example of this can be how, for females, breast cancer is more common for them. As for gender, it affects how one can seek treatment. Since gender is a social construct that is built by norms and roles, the opportunity to access care can be affected as well as their overall well-being. Here are my questions. Number 1, are there other ways that sex and gender are different from what I listed? And 2, what are ways that you present yourself? This is the reference page. Thank you for your time.